Welcome, Tecmo Super Bowl fans, to another tournament matchup online between The Shield and Dueceloose. If you've been staying connected to our online Tecmo scene, there was a recent game uploaded between these two players. Deuce did come ahead with a 10-point victory. This time it is Tim's turn to call the matchup, and he called a Buffalo-Houston. Deuce took the Oilers. In a practice game previously, the Shield and I did the same matchup, and I was the Oilers. Interesting choice here to leave White in the game with his 19 ball control. Pass 4 selected. And looks like he baited the Shield to come up there and goes over the top to Curtis Duncan. Easy score there. When you're playing against the Oilers, the weakness here of Buffalo defensively is their secondary. And it's difficult to get decent pressure against a mobile quarterback like Warren Moon, who also has the ability to rifle it with high pass control, and 4 Pro Bowl caliber receivers. Their Achilles heel on offense is, of course, the running game. The starting running back has terrible ball control, has a high chance of putting it on the ground, and then all of the backups are extremely slow there. So at this tier, it's very difficult to move the ball on the ground. And coming out with a pass 1 there, Tim tries to throw cross field, and it's an errant throw. Expect Tim to lean on Andre Reed as well as Thurman Thomas, and he makes a great grab there, getting Reed ahead of the pack even on a called play, and is able to get the ball out in front of him and gets a nice gain there for the first down. Weak side open here. Three yards on first down with Thurman Thomas. And I'm sure Tim is going to want to see Thurman Thomas get loose on this defense. Goes cross field again to Reed. Angle, I think, was a little too steep for that to be a reliable opportunity. Called play this time. Goes to Reed again, who's 3 or 4 covered, triple, quadruple covered. And you're going to get that sometimes with the passing control of QB Bills and the receptions of Reed. So go to your studs when you need to. And that's the interesting thing about matchups like this one, is that you can do everything right and still get the ball moved on you. Tim borrowing a play from my playbook, going to the streak after moving the quarterback up. And Johnson's not in a bad position, but Reed comes away with multiple covered catches here in this first drive for Tim. So Deuce starts out with the ball, and Tim answers with a sustained drive of his own and looks good doing so. Jones on the return. Gets out of bounds there. Not sure why he doesn't have Drew Hill there for the return. That running speed would have helped him a little bit versus having Jones in there. Lorenzo White on the edge, stays in bounds. Again, a dangerous situation. And Deuce not checking player conditions. Odom's the selected defender, again going to White. Tim doing a good job to keep him in bounds. And now that White is in bad, he actually has 13 ball control. So it's pretty remarkable. I don't know the exact percentages. I think it's less than 1 in 7 times that you make contact, something like that he would put the ball on the ground. If someone out there knows the exact statistics on that, that'd be great if you could put that in the comments. And Warren Moon keeps it himself and gets tackled short of the first down. Curtis Duncan, who scored the touchdown earlier, is in good condition. I think he's still up top there in the alignment. Another run. This time he's going to Pinkett. Doesn't have the speed, but has great ball control stats along with the rest of the skill position players. And surprisingly here, to get that kind of yardage with Pinkett on that play, that's pretty remarkable. I see that he continues to rely on Odoms, and he's taking a while to get down there. I'd like to see potentially Cornelius Bennett on defense, or potentially Smith. Out of position there, that quick delivery. Tough spot there. Drew Hill's going to catch that ball probably 95 out of 100 times, or 99 out of 100 times. He's the top weapon on offense for the Oilers. And so, took a little longer this time, but that's what you're getting against the Oilers. It's hard to stop them. Mueller does get a popcorn there and out near the 20. So, not bad field position. 2 minutes remaining. Full playbook is open here to Tim to try to move the ball down and match pace with Deuce. And Thurman Thomas cutting the ball back inside. Cannot break free. Gets caught up there. Was hoping for maybe a little traffic, and you always hope for maybe a little collision there. Wisely throws it to Reed. Doesn't take the bait to go down the field. The only thing here is that instead of going out of bounds, he cut it up there. Again, just a risky situation. That many bodies around you. If you fumble, really no chance of getting that back. Looks like a run was called here. This time goes down to McKellar. It looked like he had an option up top there. Whoever is currently at the wide receiver 1 position. Could have been a touchdown depending on the timing there and if it got completed or not. Johnson doing a good job for Deuce there. He's able to take that speed and outmaneuver the blockers to get into good one-on-one tapping situations with help on the way. Deuce doing very well on defense, making Tim earn every yard. And we have a call to run 3 here. Yeah, I didn't know that was coming at some point. You got to try it. I don't know if that was a spot because it did put him out of field goal range. Obviously, if you get a called play there. So I don't know if Norwood can nail this, but we'll see. Alignment-wise, it looks pretty good. And it is good, so Norwood does have the leg for that. And Jones will just take this out of bounds. So we have a 10-14 game. I think Tim does get the ball back to start the second half. We'll find out in a moment here. Appreciate everyone letting the halftime show go on. That's very nice of you. And full meter kickoff. Mueller, with not a whole lot of blockers in front of him, is stopped short of the 10. Time to see how everyone is holding up condition-wise. Reed and Bad, who's been the bread and butter. Situationally, this may be something that you want to look at. Again, having someone like Reed in the condition that he's in. I've seen success putting players like that in like the running back 2 position. I think that having Mueller on the outside would be more effective for him right now, or even putting someone like McKellar in the RB2 position. And I think I'd probably put Lofton down below and maybe Reed up top. Run a first down, gets 3 yards. Johnson covering a lot of ground there, multiple open receivers. And Tim takes on the ground with QB Bills. Called play. good position there by Johnson to prevent that JJ. And we've got 4th down, decision time again. Do we go for a field goal or do we go for it? 4th and 2 is very manageable. You hope for not a cold play here. Goes back to the run 3, very gutsy call if that play is picked. You have yourself a world of hurt there. I don't know if Tim meant to run out of bounds there. I know he's zigzagging. I think he could have gotten close to getting that in the end zone. Nice throw. Complete to James Lofton. I think he baited him thinking he was going to go down to Reed again and came back up to James Lofton. So great choice of receiver there by Tim, keeping Deuce guessing. And so Tim does take the lead here in the 3rd quarter. And one thing I'm seeing is just there's definitely resistance there. It takes a lot more effort to get down the field with the Bills in the way that Tim moves the ball versus we're seeing these large chunks of offense with slower defenders on the field. Against this defense, I think it's better if Tim focuses on controlling either a linebacker or defensive back and picks pass. Curtis Duncan in excellent is definitely going to be an issue, but right now he needs an extra body in coverage and he's not getting it. And so he takes when he takes Odoms here, doesn't really have the speed to cause a lot of problems on that play. Someone like a Bruce Smith could really blow that up, or even a Bennett at the top. Of course, Dale Talley is also available there. And so we see isolation plays like that. Right now, the most dangerous plays are the first 3 pass plays. Everything else really doesn't matter. The running plays are not doing any damage. But Warren Moon can literally just run ahead or throw it underneath here. Really has no resistance, has no rush. It'd be nice to see if Bruce Smith could get loose on one of these guys and get after the quarterback. But as taking Odoms, it makes it a lot harder to cover everyone on the back end because you're letting your own guy go, and Curtis Duncan is at the top there. Second down and 4. Jones gets the carry. And I don't know if this was just a little bit of lag that they experienced or what the situation was, but there's no way Victor Jones should have out-deked anyone. He's pretty much just a token garbage running back on that roster. And I've played Tim enough. I don't think he's ever been quite deked like that before. So I think this is an accidental onside kick here. And to the benefit of Tim, the shield. He's got Lofton in the clear. Almost breaks away from that pack. That would have been interesting. Kicker loses all of that momentum after the initial contact. Called run play, but gets it near the line of scrimmage. Only 1 yard loss there. Deuce is not letting them have run 3. Back-to-back calls on it, and Tim's saying, "You sure you want to keep doing this?" And if he called it a 3rd time, I would be surprised knowing Tim. But he goes to pass 1 this time. Attempts to throw to Reed. Deuce is in just perfect position on that play. And we're attempting a long field goal again. Actually a little closer this time, just a matter of accuracy. Might be a little high in the air, we'll see. And he just gets the doinker in. He's down by a point. And I see he's going for the onside kick. Actually a pretty smart move for a couple different reasons. One, it's almost guaranteed here based on the way that the game has gone that the ball is going to get moved. This will accelerate the timeline, and if he gets it back, he controls the tempo of the game until the end. And with his ability to run a balanced offense, any play in the playbook is available. That would have been a potentially positive situation there where he could actually close the game out. But now we're looking at 2021. QB sneak is called, and Moon has the first down. And Odom's, again, just, I don't think the right defender in these situations is too far away from the action, is not fast enough, and is a liability for that defense, coming off and releasing a wide receiver into the deep there. And Deuce now is just milking clock. Does not want to give the ball back. He's getting first downs. Even scoring a touchdown may be a mistake in case you look at the JJ thing. He wants to win the game. Risky moving that to the back of the middle of the field. We do have high ball control, however, though, with the skill position players not named White on that team. And now we have ourselves, if that was a touchdown, that would have been game. Now we have a situation where we've got 3 downs to go 3 yards, or 4 downs to go 3 yards. No timeouts here for Tim. And damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Throws it up to Jeffries across the field. Smartly picks a passing play at the goal line. And this is going to go make it a 2-score game. So and now we're just playing for point differential. Is 37 seconds, I don't think, is enough time to execute a full-length touchdown and get an onside kick and attempt a third play. Pass 3. Probably checking it up to Lofton here. And for some reason, Lofton says, I don't want to do this anymore. Runs out of bounds. Quits on his team. He's thinking about the girl he was having sex with in an elevator in Green Bay, back when he played for the Packers. Alas. Deuce takes both games, number 3 seed here, knocking out the 2 seed back-to-back games. And congrats to Deuce, playing good Tecmo. And I think Deuce will be ranked higher across the board next time we see these games. We'll keep an eye on him throughout the tournament. Really a close game there. It just became a matter of who had the ball last. And the difference also being that Tim had to settle for field goals a couple of different times, whereas Deuce was able to continually score touchdowns. So thanks for uploading the game, guys, and good luck in the rest of the tournament, and we'll catch you soon.